This one is for boxing lovers all over the world. Who is Michael Tyson? Michael Jerald Tyson, born June 30th, 1966, is an American former professional boxer who competed from 1985 to 2005, nicknamed Iron Mike and Kid Dynamite in his early career, and later known as the baddest man on the planet. Tyson is regarded as one of the greatest heavyweight boxers of all time. While we are reflecting on who Tyson was and still is, let us look at some of his record and lifestyle, belief, and faith. Tyson is one of the weirdest human ever lived. In fact, a superhuman indeed. In his childhood, Tyson was very stubborn, very wild, and very disrespectful. Tyson often slept in the police station and had to be brought back by his late mother, smacking him on his ass like he said. But some of his comments and some of his faith and beliefs will shock you, and that will detail to you why he is termed the weirdest superhuman ever lived and still living. On November 22, 1986, Tyson was given his first title fight against Trevor Berbick for the World Boxing Council WBC Heavyweight Championship. Tyson won the title by technical knockout in the second round, and at the age of 20, and 4 months later became the youngest heavyweight champion in history. That record hasn't been broken by anyone till today. Still at 20 years old, Tyson has recorded 23 technical knockouts of 25 wins, undefeated at the age of 20. Undefeated, hasn't lost any fight. That's scary. Tyson recorded the shortest knockout ever in history. I think his shortest knockout was that of Marvis Fraser in just 30 seconds of the first round. Tyson is just well, a lion, a beast in the ring. In one of his tweets earlier in 2022, precisely in 19 February 2022, Tyson tweeted, "Life is just a beautiful process of dying. As soon as you're born, the process of dying begins." If you don't ask Tyson questions or allow him to explain his thoughts, his speeches, his words, his statements, you would hardly understand him. Tyson once said that fears is his best friend, that if he don't have fears, he's not going to fight. So what makes others scared is what motivates Tyson. That is wild. The reign of Tyson started in the early 80s, and he started beating all the champions one by one, beating most of them in technical knockouts and almost in the first and second rounds. Tyson lost his mother in 1982. Tyson's mother, Loma, died due to cancer in 1982, 3 years before Tyson became a pro boxer. Like every other person would feel so sad, so emotional, very sorrowful, so painful, and very hard to heal. Tyson said he felt very good, and in fact that one of the best things that happened to him in his career is the death of his mother. That is why I will read the direct statement of Tyson. In one of the interviews, Tyson said, on commenting on the death of his mother, Tyson said, and I read, "It was one of the best things that ever happened to me. You know, one of the best things that ever happened to me is that of my mother's death, because my mother would have made me babies. There is no way I would ever got into street fight, no way I would earn or ever learn to stand up by myself or for myself." From 1985, when Tyson joined professional boxing career, Tyson was never defeated by any man alive until 5 years later, in February 1990. The first loss of Tyson's career, Tyson lost to Buster Douglas via 10th round technical or knockout. Let's say knockout, not just technical. On February 11, 1990, he was defeated during his heavyweight NBA, WBC, and IBF title. He was 23 years old as of then. At 23 years old, Tyson has already recorded 37 straight wins without any single loss. Douglas, who defeated him in 1990, was 29 years old with a record of 29 wins, 4 losses, and 1 draw. At just 21, Tyson has already become the unified, undisputed, undefeated heavyweight champion. On June 27, 1988, Mike Tyson became the undisputed, undefeated, unified heavyweight champion of the world. As the culmination of the heavyweight unification series by unifying his WBA and WBC with Tony Tackler's IBF belt. But it means that he won all the international global heavyweight titles at the age of 21, undefeated. The descending trend of fall of Tyson started in 1992 when Mike Tyson went to prison in 1992 after being convicted of rape in Indiana. Tyson was sentenced to 6 years in prison and 4 years of probation, but was released in 1995 after serving less than 3 years of his sentence. When Tyson came out of prison, he was no longer the same. The feeling of being in prison, the emotions and all that destroyed Tyson, and Tyson started descending. As if that was not enough, on July 9, 1997, Mike Tyson was banned from boxing by Nevada State Athletic Commission, NSAC, for 15 months, that is more than a year, for biting Evander Holyfield's ears in their rematch. The first fight between these two men pitted Holyfield against heavy-fouled Tyson. Not many people outside of Holyfield's own camp figured he had any chance of beating Tyson. But as I tell you, Tyson was already emotionally down before that as a result of a lot he has passed through. After the defeat by James Buster Douglas in February 11, 1990, Mike went back and trained very harder and returned on October 25th, same year, 1990, and scored a title round knockout of James Buster Douglas.